The moment you stop seeking approval, your energy changes. Everything around you shifts. People respond differently. Opportunities appear more easily. Your presence alone begins to command respect. Most people spend their lives chasing validation. They explain themselves constantly, defend their choices, reacting to every comment or judgment. Every time you seek approval, you give away your energy. Every reaction scatters your focus. Every explanation you give strengthens someone else's influence over you, not your own. Imagine a coworker criticizes your work. Someone seeking approval immediately defends themselves. They over-explain, they over-apologize. Energy drains. Authority is lost. Now imagine pausing, observing, and responding only when necessary. Respect flows. Energy is preserved. Influence increases. That one simple pause makes a difference, and when repeated thousands of times in daily life, it compounds into real power. Seeking approval isn't always obvious. It creeps into small moments, like on social media, a nod from a friend, a compliment from a colleague. Each tiny reaction gives away energy. Those who practice awareness stop. They preserve power for actions that truly matter. Humans are wired to respond to social cues. When you stop reacting, people feel tension, curiosity, and uncertainty. That tension is magnetic. They adjust to you. Your presence becomes a tool. You no longer hand over influence, you control the flow. Watch daily, apply daily. Every time you resist explaining yourself, your brain rewires.com. Authority becomes instinctive. Influence grows. This isn't theory, it's repeated, consistent action that transforms how people perceive and respond to you. Reflect on a moment this week where you defended yourself unnecessarily. Replay it in your mind. Imagine if you had paused instead. How would the interaction have shifted? How much energy would you have preserved? How differently would people respond to your calm presence? Consider every small moment where your reactions shaped outcomes. Each pause builds a hidden strength others cannot see, but they feel. Silence isn't absence, it's strategy. Not every comment needs a response. Not every opinion deserves validation. The person who understands this wields power effortlessly. A friend criticizes you in public. Most react immediately. They defend, justify, or apologize. Energy is lost. Pausing, considering, and responding, only if necessary, shifts the tension. Respect arises. Energy is protected. The subtle art of withholding response allows your presence to speak louder than words. People instinctively read strength, even when you say nothing. Over the next 24 hours, notice moments when you are tempted to react. Pause, observe, resist explaining. Notice how people adjust to your rhythm instead of pulling you into theirs. Silence triggers curiosity. Humans naturally fill gaps with assumptions. When you stop seeking approval, others create the narrative around your strength. You become unpredictable in the best way. That unpredictability commands attention, respect, and influence. Every pause becomes a statement. Every silence becomes a tool. Subscribers integrate this daily. Watching once doesn't create change. Action and repetition accelerate results. Consistency compounds power. Every deliberate pause, every choice not to explain, builds subconscious authority others can't ignore. Identify 3 situations today where you would normally react. Instead, pause, observe, respond only if necessary. The smallest acts of restraint are the seeds of your future power. Stop reacting, stop explaining, stop seeking approval. Observe, integrate. The moment you adopt this mindset, respect becomes automatic and life begins to shift in your favor. Subscribe now, watch daily, apply immediately. Ever felt like you're performing for an audience that never claps? You're trapped in a cycle constantly seeking approval that never quite arrives. We explain, we defend, and we gesture wildly, hoping someone will finally see our worth. But look closely at the cost of this performance. The more you explain yourself to those who don't value you, the more your internal power leaks into the background noise of their opinions. This is the approval trap, a prison built of glowing threads that tie your peace of mind to the whims of others. It's exhausting. But what happens when you simply stop? What happens when you decide that your internal authority is no longer up for debate? The moment you stop reacting, the tethers snap. You shift from being an approval seeker to a subscriber of your own inner truth. The seeker lives in chaos, fragmented by every criticism. The subscriber remains solid, centered, and wrapped in a calm, unshakable aura of composure. Imagine a workspace where tension is high, an accusing finger is pointed at you. The old you would melt into a puddle of excuses, but the subscriber remains a statue. By not reacting, you create a silent pressure. You force the other person to confront their own hostility. This isn't just a social trick, it's a neurological transformation. You are literally rewiring your brain to prioritize steady observation over impulsive reaction. Consistency is the key. Every time you choose silence over an explosion, you build a new pathway of authority and emotional intelligence. In a heated confrontation, look at the difference. One side is a firework of emotion. The other is a deliberate, strategic master of silence. There is a magnetic tension in being unreadable. When people can't predict your reaction, they begin to respect your space and your boundaries. This practice accumulates. Day by day, through interruptions and social pressures, you choose silence. You choose your own energy over their drama. Watch as the world begins to adjust to your rhythm. When you stop chasing, the world stops running. Others begin to mimic your calm pace. The spark of authority starts small, right here in your chest. But with daily practice, it grows until it defines your entire presence. This is the subscriber advantage. You are no longer a guest in your own life, seeking permission. You are the owner of your energy. Stop reacting, stop explaining, stop seeking approval. The power was always yours. You just had to stop giving it away. Master the art of calm authority. Reclaim your time, your focus, and your future. The transformation begins the moment you go silent. Subscribe to your own authority today. Silence is not weakness, it is the ultimate expression of control. Master your energy. The world is loud, constantly demanding your immediate reaction at every turn. But true power lies in the space between stimulus and response. When you react impulsively, your energy scatters like thin, chaotic light beams, leaving you drained and ineffective. But through strategic silence, that energy focuses into a single, powerful laser of intent. Stop reacting, start controlling. Mastering your energy isn't a one-time event, it's a daily evolution. It's what separates the frantic from the magnetic. Every lesson you internalize transforms simple insight into an unbreakable habit. You begin to command the room without saying a word. Look at the science within. When you resist the urge to shout or argue, you are physically rewiring your brain for authority. Think of your energy as a battery. Most people let others drain them dry through constant validation seeking. The strategist reserves that power, fueling personal growth instead. Your silence is the soil where your influence grows. Notice the impact on others. When you remain calm in a storm, those who seek to provoke you begin to panic. You move through the social chaos with a steady aura of authority. You are the calm eye of the hurricane. Imagine a moment of criticism. An antagonist points a finger, expecting a defensive reaction. Most people fall into the trap immediately. But the subscriber takes a deep breath, a neutral gaze. Silence. In that moment, the tension shifts. The power moves to you. While others run in circles in a maze of drama, you are steadily climbing. Every day of non-reaction is a brick in your fortress. This is the compounding effect of calm authority. Small daily actions stack up, building a life of influence and inner peace. Commit to the daily habit. Accelerate your results by choosing where your energy goes. Subscribe now to Master Your World. Stop explaining, stop reacting, observe, integrate, apply. We will see you tomorrow for your next lesson in mastery.